Well, we have some important news now coming in. This was something that we announced yesterday as well. The Government of Karnataka has ordered a magisterial inquiry into the tragic Bengaluru Stampede that unfolded in the build-up to the celebrations that eventually took place at the Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru. A magisterial probe has been ordered, and this has now been made formal. Let me in fact go across to my colleague Meghna, who will get us through the details, who will take us through the details of that magisterial probe that's been ordered by the Karnataka state government. Yes, over to you, Meghna.
Yes, Siddharth. In fact, this is Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. He's put out this post, and in this post he says that the Government of Karnataka has ordered a magisterial inquiry into the tragic stampede during RCB's victory celebrations at Chinnaswamy Stadium. The Deputy Commissioner of Bengaluru Urban District has been appointed as the inquiry officer. The report will be submitted within 15 days based on which appropriate action is going to be taken. So no action is going to be taken before 15 days. They are waiting for that. But at a time when there are questions being raised, if there was a delay in giving permission to the KSCA by the state government, that there were possible dereliction when it comes to the number of police personnel who were deployed to control a crowd of 3 lakh people, as the Home Minister of Karnataka himself has admitted to. Why were there only 5,000 police officers? That there was overcrowding, little crowd management, not even first aid, which was provided by the state. The BJP has asked, is it enough for the state to now look into its own lapses? Which is why perhaps the BJP is now seeking a CBI probe. They are saying that you cannot merely have the Deputy Commissioner of Bengaluru Urban District looking into the possible lapses and coming up with a report. It should be an external, independent body.
So that's the claim coming from the BJP as well. They've demanded a CBI probe in this matter. Thanks for taking us through those details. Meghna, Neha also joins us right now. Neha, I believe, from Bengaluru. And Neha, like we discussed earlier, there's also a suo motu hearing on the part of the Karnataka High Court, which will get underway at 2:30 p.m. For the time being, of course, the announcement of a magisterial inquiry into this matter being now made formal by the Chief Minister himself, something that he alluded to yesterday in his press conference too. The specific terms of reference of the magisterial inquiry also, of course, something that we're trying to ascertain. But Neha, they'll also, of course, have to go into the details of the lapses that's been committed by the government itself, the miscommunication on the part of the police and other stakeholders in this matter. One hopes that too will be looked into when this inquiry gets underway.
Well, absolutely, Siddharth. That's right. You know, all of the stakeholders here, whether it's the KSCA, whether it's RCB as a franchisee, whether it is the government, the local police, whoever it is, all of them should be held accountable. Is a demand now, of course, you know, that's coming from not just the opposition, but also fans, angry fans whom we spoke to yesterday, you know, suggesting that there was clearly a lack of preparations. In fact, it's not just the fans, but even the government itself has come forward and admitted a host of things. Let's go on to that quickly, one by one. First of all, Priyank Kharge, senior Congress minister, there saying that, you know, there was just 2-3 hours for preparation. Yes, we could have been better prepared. The Karnataka Home Minister then coming forward and saying, oh, there was absolutely no incident or untoward incident that took place at Vidhan Sauda. However, at the Chinnaswamy Stadium where it was organized, it was done by RCB. We just felicitated it. Question being, why was it felicitated in the first place at all if there was a lack of arrangements? Just one look at the kind of police, of course, you know, that was deployed here yesterday as well. And despite that, you know, all of this has happened, understandably so. 5,000 police personnel, a crowd of at least about 7 to 8 lakh. The disproportion right there, you know, really goes on to prove why this happened. There was no question of crowd control at all to begin with. In fact, so much so that even the medical command center that you see on my right here at the stadium wasn't equipped enough to handle basic injuries that people, in fact, you know, were put to during the time of the stampede. Ambulances were rushing in and out of the stadium yesterday, last minute, after all of this has taken place. You know, we saw the manner in which, in fact, from the other end now, right from this side is where several people were, in fact, you know, being carried on stretchers, taken into the ambulances and eventually being let out of that gate there, the main gate or the VIP gate of the Chinnaswamy Stadium, where again, mind you, was a massive crowd of people.
Absolutely.
While there's been a lot of mismanagement on the front of whether Victory Parade would happen, not happen, whether tickets were there, not there, which gate the entry should be from, it was a total and complete collapse of administration and organizing skills, both from the organizers as well as the government. That's something that's become quite evident now.
Absolutely, Neha. Thanks very much for joining us at the moment, getting us those details. Viewers,